All right, guys, back with another trade recap. Once again, looking at Coin, ticker COIN. Took this trade last Friday, and we got a breakout on the daily, and this trade absolutely paid, guys. So we grabbed calls early in the morning for $2.40. They ended up doubling quickly. I'm still in some runners that I'm going to hold into next week, and I'll explain my thought process on that. But if we take a look at what the chart looked like prior to Friday, so here's Thursday, May 26th. We see this bull flag on the daily, right? How do we know this is a bull flag? Well, imagine this is your pole, and this here is simply a flag, okay? Pretty obvious looking pattern here, not much to it. And this is known to be a very bullish pattern if you break out to the upside. Another thing to keep into account, or to take into account rather, when you take a look at this sort of price action and you wait for a trade to develop and you wait for a breakout, patience is so crucial. Because everything in here was sort of nonsense, right? It was chop. We were clearly trading in a range. The stock is trying to pick a direction. So as a trader, your edge is going to be when you get that breakout. And I told myself, and I had been watching this ticker for several days, and I was posting the chart repeatedly on my Twitter, and I was saying, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for a breakout. I was prepared to play the downside. The upside did not matter to me. I just knew that this was going to give an explosive move. So on this Thursday, we had a nice green day, and you see we break out of the flag pattern, okay? So now, going into the Friday, I take a look at the 5-minute chart, which is what I trade on, and I look for some key levels of support and resistance. Now, here's the 5-minute chart that I looked at on Thursday night prior to Friday's open. This 71 level, guys, you can see the stock repeatedly tried to break through it, but failed. So that means it is resistance. It's a key level of resistance. So I'm taking a look at this, and I'm in my head telling myself, if we can break out above 71 bucks, this can not only be a breakout on the 5-minute, but it's going to be a massive breakout on the daily. I like this trade, and so I look to play it. Now let's take a look at what happened on Friday morning, okay? So if we go to the daily, all right, this is the sort of overall picture. This is what we ended up getting. So as mentioned, this was the breakout, okay, into a massive green day, okay? Now, of course, you have to take into account what the broader market is doing. The market was strong. We were ripping to the upside, so that only adds another level of conviction. But you can see how this pattern ended up playing out. But let's go down to the 5-minute chart, okay? And we'll look at exactly what I saw in the morning when I was planning on taking this trade. So let's go to that 5-minute. So this was our $71 key level, right? So at the open, I'm already telling myself, if we break out above 71 bucks, I'm going to look to play calls. Now, I didn't want to take a lotto, okay? I wanted to grab next Friday's calls because I knew that there was a breakout on the daily, which means that this stock has potential to make an even larger move. So if I can capture the move intraday, that's fantastic, but I want to be able to hold on to some for a potential opportunity next week, in the following week, okay? So right at the open, we see here, we break above this $71 level, and as I'm watching this trade develop, you see we popped all the way up to 73 bucks. Now what I'm not doing is I'm not chasing that initial 5-minute candle. I never ever take a trade on that initial 5-minute candle. That's one of the rules I have because there's just so much volatility. There are fake outs that happen. So what I like to do is I like to wait. Okay. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the trade to develop. That 5-minute candle closes, and I'm telling myself, if I can get a pullback to $71, so it rips all the way up to 73, right? Comes back down to 71. Now this is a great risk versus reward trade. And why is that? Because I know that if we break back below $71, that could be a fake out. So I come here, I add calls, right? I added the $76 calls, 76 strike for $2.40, okay? And what I'm watching is for us to hold that $71 level. And that's basically it, guys. If we were to have opened a new 5-minute candle below this $71 level, that would have been a signal for me to, okay, cut the trade. Let's cut quickly. Let's not just, let this run to my stop loss. Let's cut quickly. If we then were to break back above 71, I could look to try the trade again. But my game plan was add as close to support as possible. And we got a really, really strong pop off of that $71 level. Now, if we also take a look at the indicators that I use intraday, I have the blue 9 EMA, the yellow 20 EMA, and VWAP. So along with having the $71 support level, I have 9 EMA, 20 EMA, and VWAP support once we pop. So technically VWAP is above the EMAs here, so it's not necessarily support, but I have 3 key levels of support here. I have that $71 level, the 9 EMA, and the 20 EMA. So if we were to break back below these, I could simply cut the trade. But the method of thinking, the way I'm thinking as I'm entering this trade is, what is my risk versus reward? Well, if I'm adding that close to support, right, I'm going to know if I'm wrong really quickly. It's going to be really easy for me to know if I'm wrong, right? If we break below the EMAs and below $71. So I loved the risk versus reward setup. Now, again, grabbing next week's contracts versus trading a lotto gives us the opportunity to swing some over the weekend if we, so desire. And everybody has a different trading style, but, you leave some runners and you see what, or you give yourself a chance to see if the trade can develop into the next week. So I'm glad I was able to cover this trade, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or ask me on my Twitter. Very active on there. Always trying to get back to you guys and answer your questions. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We've got plenty more of these on the way. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day and good luck trading today.